Mabrika, your adopted son is back in the Kalinago territory. Let me recognize my friend and colleague, Cassius Daru, also Ian Douglas and Reuben Blackmore, who are here for us tonight, and my friend Peter David from Grenada, Senator Peter David. But let me also, in a very special way, greet you, the wonderful people of the Salybia constituency. For me, it is always a joy to be in the Salybia constituency. I have said, a special love and affinity to the people of the Kalinago territory. Because I believe for too long, politicians had taken you, the people of this constituency, for granted. For too long, politicians had disrespected you. And for too long, you were left behind as the rest of the country moved ahead. And that is why when I became Prime Minister of this country, I decided as a matter of principle to help transform the way of life in this Kalinago territory. And if people are honest with themselves, especially those who still do not support us after all what we have done in this constituency, they will know that it is only Labour that has placed its eyes on the people of the Kalinago territory. I challenge the Workers' Party supporters tonight to tell me how many homes the Workers' Party fixed or built in the Kalinago territory. How many washrooms they built here in the Kalinago territory. Houses started to be built, and proper houses, for that matter, ladies and gentlemen. Nice houses started to be built here in the Kalinago territory under the Dominica Labour Party and Roosevelt Skerrit as the Prime Minister of this country. Because I believe that the Kalinago people who stood in defense of this country during the days of British and French rule, we needed to give them special attention and special care and special love. And I give you the assurance, ladies and gentlemen, as long as I am Prime Minister of this country, the Kalinago people will get their rightful share of the pie to be shared by this government. And I make no apologies to anybody in this country for the monies that we have spent and we shall continue to spend in the Salybia constituency. And I tell you, if you believe we built homes in the last 10 years in the Caribbean territory, wait for this next 5 years and you'll see what we'll do in terms of housing in the Kalinago territory. Ladies and gentlemen, very few, if any one of you at all, had access to the college before Labour came into office. I taught at the college and there were no Kalinago students at the college. I attended the college and there were none. But today, dozens of young boys and girls are going to the college in Roseau because of the Dominica Labour Party. And I've given assurance as part of our education revolution and our need to ensure that every young boy and girl in this country, especially in this constituency, have access to education. We shall provide scholarships, full scholarships, for any Kalinago student who earns a space at a state college. Provide you with uniforms, tuition fees paid, books, and also provide you for transportation grant. I have heard Claudia Sanford and the Workers' Party criticize the transportation allowance we given to the students to attend the college. $250 a month, each child we're given to attend the college. And instead, Claudia Sanford and the Workers' Party say thanks on behalf of the Kalinago children. They come here and criticize it. But Claudia Sanford cannot give you a Bex, but you want to take bread from your mouth. He can't give you a crackers biscuit, but you want to take bread from your mouth. But I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, that the Labour Party is winning December 8th general election in Dominica. We are winning. And we are winning big, ladies and gentlemen. Labour is going again to have a landslide victory in Dominica. And the Kalinago territory, the Salybia constituency, is coming with Labour again for a fourth time. Because I know you. I know you very well. I know my people here in this constituency very well. And you know I am the only Prime Minister that has walked the length and breadth of this constituency. No Prime Minister in the history of Dominica has visited this constituency more than Roosevelt Skerrit. And I don't drive by with my glass down. I stop and I walk into your homes to see how you live and to see how I can improve your condition. That's what I do when I come here. And you know me, and I know you very well, ladies and gentlemen. So the Salybia constituency is better off with Labour by far. When the Workers' Party would come here, Claudia Sanford and this gentleman who was the power from some time, Barry Water or something, wasn't him? They would come here and tell you and tell the country that they don't need to do anything in the Caribbean territory. All they have to do is come here with rum and conkers and buy your votes. But thank God for the education revolution, where we have so many young people at university and university graduates and college graduates, and we can stand up and say that the Kalinago people deserve better treatment from all political parties. And no way shall we be bought by rum and conkers again. We are voting for development. We are voting for progress and prosperity in the Salybia constituency. So that's why I'm not fearful for this constituency. As a matter of fact, I have the Salybia constituency in the bag because I know the people of this constituency. So ladies and gentlemen, this election on December 8th is important. And those who still want to shout workers, workers here, have no reason to be shouting workers here. Have no reason to be shouting workers. Because the Workers' Party has done nothing for any of them. Nothing for them. Claudia Sanford only comes here every 5 years. Every 5 years he comes here. Has done nothing for you. Nothing for anybody here. Not even a bat cocoa tournament he could continue to organize. And you want to come here and tell people to vote for you? Claudia Sanford is not interested in representing you, the Kalinago people. Claudia Sanford's ambition is to become Prime Minister, to become a Minister of Government. That's all he is interested in. And don't even talk about Lennox Linton. You know Lennox Linton don't like Kalinago people. Do you think any of you here could have access to Lennox Linton as Prime Minister? Not one worker supporter here in the constituency has Lennox Linton's cell phone number. Not one of them. Those who see you walking around your kitchen, all these guys, they don't know Lennox Linton's number. They can't call him. But because, ladies and gentlemen, they want to hold us back in this constituency, they want to vote workers. But we're saying to them, no way at all. The Kalinago constituency is going all the way with Labour, all the way with Cassius Daru on December 8th. And Cassius spoke to you about our plans for the Kalinago territory. Our plans for the Kalinago territory. And these are plans which we have the resources for. He spoke to you about the agricultural station. It is something I believe is important to address the agricultural needs of the Kalinago territory. To have a modern facility where you can provide seedlings to the farmers, technical advice and financial support to the farmers in this constituency. The Workers' Party comes here and tell you about the Farmers' Party. When Edison James became Prime Minister of Dominica in 1995, we had 7,000 banana farmers in Dominica. By the time Edison James left, 4.5 years later, we had less than 3,000 banana farmers in Dominica. Edison James got rid of 4,000 banana farmers in Dominica in just 4.5 years. because he had a policy of weeding out the small farmers. You know here the band of farmers in the Kalinago territory. Some of you used to get together as small farmers to sell banners together. But Edison James and the Workers' Party said he had a mission to get rid of small farmers. And as a result of that policy decision by Edison James, he got rid of 4,000 farmers in just 4.5 years. When Labour came into office, ladies and gentlemen, the BMC was owed by farmers some $34 million. Farmers of Dominica owed the DBMC $34 million. And this Labour Party government paid the debt, $34 million, on behalf of farmers in this country. And I know farmers in this Kalinago territory, some of who are still shouting workers, that Labour Party paid their debt, the debt they owed DBMC, tens of thousands of dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, over 100 people here are employed on an NEP. Over 100 young people are getting salaries under the NEP. And we have given a commitment that the NEP shall continue under a re-elected Labour Party administration. Lennox Linton, Claudia Sanford and the Workers' Party have said that they shall end the NEP. So it means, ladies and gentlemen, that if the Workers' Party were to be elected on December 9th, the morning of December 9th, that 100 of you who were employed on the NEP would lose their jobs. The Kalinago territory benefits from the Yes We Care program. Several of our Kalinagos are benefiting under the Yes We Care program. Those who are employed and those who are receiving the benefits. You know, here in the Kalinago territory, the reason why we introduced the free health care for those 18 and younger and those 60 and over started right here in the Salybia Constituency. That's the first part of Dominica which benefited from the free medical care. Because I came here in the Kalinago territory in 2004 and visited with several senior citizens, seeing them on their bed sick. And I'm asking their children, why aren't you taking them to the hospital? They said, because we owe in the hospital. And you know, when Kalinagos go to places, they will disrespect us. So they do not go to the hospital. And within a month, I took a decision in the cabinet that the Kalinagos 60 and over and 18 and younger shall no longer pay hospital bills, ladies and gentlemen. So you go to the hospital, you get your care, and all you tell the nurses and doctors is thank you very much and may God bless you, and you walk home with no bill. The ladies who have their babies at the hospital, when you leave the hospital, you pay no money to the government because of labor. Because of labor, ladies and gentlemen. So the Kalinago people have a lot to be grateful for. And I am satisfied that they shall return that gratitude by voting us on December 8th. Putting your X next to the shoe on December 8th. Coming out very early in the morning and rejecting once again the Workers' Party and Claudia Sanford. You know, ladies and gentlemen, that the first set of people here in this constituency who attended university was because of Labour Party. When we were in opposition with Rosie Douglas, we sent the first Kalinagos to universities under Labour, and that has continued under this present Labour Party administration. We have seen more of a Kalinagos accessing university education because of Labour. That is what our commitment is to you, the people of the Kalinago territory. So I'm saying to you here tonight, I am comforted by the fact that you are going out to vote Labour, because you have every reason to vote Labour. Every reason to vote Labour. Because Claudia Sanford has no interest in you, the people. We recruited Cassius Daru from China. He was doing his PhD. And when he was called to serve, he agreed to serve the people of his constituency. Selflessly giving up his studies and returning home and saying to you, the people, that I'm prepared to serve you in Parliament. A humble man, a respectful man, a determined young man, a young man who I have great admiration for and who I will work with hand in hand to advance the development in the Kalinago territory. Claudius Sanford says that he will build a 5-star hotel in the Cairo territory. He can't tell us where he's going to build it. Ola Ukale Bati Hotel Salah. Where are you going to build that hotel? He can't tell you. He can't tell you where you're going to get the money from to do it. He can't tell you where you're going to do it. He can't tell you who's going to do it. But we are committed in Labour to provide financing for existing and new operations here in the Kalinago territory to ensure we create sustainable jobs in the Cairo territory. That's our commitment. And we have started. And they come here instead of applauding Senator Hill for returning to Dominica and for returning to the Kalinago territory to help his people. They're criticizing him and attacking him. Senator Hill did not have to come here. He's a retired American legislator. But because of his genuine love and concern for the Kalinago people, he has decided to return here in the bowels of the Kalinago territory to help his people. But I'm saying to Senator Hill tonight, and I'm saying to the Kalinago people tonight, that Roosevelt Skerrit as Prime Minister and the Labour Party will work with Senator Hill to build a hotel that will benefit the people of the Kalinago territory. We will help finance the hotel here in the Kalinago territory to bring rooms in Kalinago territory so our tourists can sleep here and pay money here and leave the money in the Kalinago territory. That's our commitment. That's Labour, ladies and gentlemen. We recognize people who are serious and who are seriously interested in the people's development. Ladies and gentlemen, I have never said so to people because I am not the business of going to talk things. But on 2 separate occasions, one in 2009 and the other in 2013, Claudius Sanford wanted to talk to me about coming to join Labour because he has problems with the Workers' Party. You know his leadership struggles with Hillary Clinton in 2013. And he sent somebody to say he wanted to talk to me. I told the person I am not interested in talking to Claudius Sanford because Claudius Sanford is not interested in the Kalinago people. He's not interested in you, the Kalinago people. He's not interested in it. We have Kalinago students attending the college, and instead he's trying to help them. All he's talking was politics to them. He has never helped one of them with their homework or research or any financial support. I used to teach at the college. I used to teach at schools. And if you see students who need help, you help them. But he's a selfish person. And you know that. And that is why we will reject him again on December 8th. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to give you a simple message, you in the Kalinago territory in the Salybia constituency. That I, Roosevelt Skerrit, have your back, the Kalinago people. You can always rely on me for listening ear. You can always rely on me to ensure you get your rightful share of the pie. And people who know me, Ashton Grano worked with me, and my friend and brother Kelly Grano know me, that when we have something to share in the cabinet, I give everybody their share. But the Kalinago territory gets a double portion, a double share. That's our commitment. That is why you are benefited the most from the housing revolution. That's why we constructed this state-of-the-art primary school for you in this constituency. That's why we continue to send you, the young people, to train and study at various universities. Cassius Daru is a product of the One China policy, a product of the Dominica Labour Party, and he's back to serve us and to serve us with humility. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think one of the speakers spoke about the airport. I now have to find, as the Minister of Finance, some $2 million to replace the communications tower that was burned down. Burned down. And everybody in this country, including Lennox Clinton, knows who burned down the communications tower. Do you know what we could do with $2 million? Do you know how many small businesses we could assist with $2 million? Do you know how many homes we could build with $2 million? Do you know how many washrooms we could build with $2 million? Do you know how many laptops and smartphones and tablets we could buy for our students to help them with education with $2 million? But now I have to find $2 million to replace the communications tower because some rascals decide they're going to burn it down and to destroy our economic well-being in this country. And there's a plan, ladies and gentlemen. There's a plan by the opposition that when they lose on December 8th, not if they lose, when they lose on December 8th, they will engage in violence. They will engage in violence. That's their modus operandi, ladies and gentlemen. That's who they are. That is Lennox Clinton. Lennox Clinton was part of the planning to block us and to block the Kalinago people at Pegwa in 2005. Because all they resort to is violence. They're not interested in you, the people. They're not interested in your well-being. They're not interested in making life better for you. It is all about themselves. And if they can't get it, they'll resort to violence. Why should Claudia Sanford and the Workers' Party support people stoning the homes of senior citizens here in the Kalinago territory because they have Cassius Darrow and Roosevelt Skerrit posters on their homes? Why should I do that? And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, this is another reason why we should go out on December 8th. All of us, every one of us should go out on December 8th and vote for Cassius Darrow and the Dominica Labour Party. So let us understand, ladies and gentlemen, that election on December 8th is the most important election in the history of Dominica. It's an election which will determine whether Dominica moves forward or Dominica moves backward. And with Labour, you know we shall move forward with progress and prosperity. With the Workers' Party, all you will get is destruction. Destruction and vilification of people. We are being offered a gift from China, a new hospital costing some $200 million, which we expect to begin in the first quarter of 2015. But that hospital can only come about because of the Dominica Labour Party. Because the Workers' Party are yet to say whether they support the One China policy or not. And you cannot have relations with China if you do not recognize the One China policy. So let's understand, ladies and gentlemen, running a country is serious business. You can't play games with people. You can't play games with the future of a country. You can't play games with the well-being of a country. It must be taken seriously. And that's what we in the Labour Party have been doing, managing the affairs of Dominica in a responsible manner. The public officers asked for a salary increase. The Treasury can't afford a salary increase. But as you know, as I said last night, I had been in touch with two of our friendly partners, friendly governments. And I said to them that the public officers in Dominica are asking for a salary increase. But the Treasury cannot afford it. If we give it to them, we would have to make some serious cuts of up to $15.9 million. And I got a commitment from these two governments. And they said to me that we will provide you with budgetary support. So go ahead and make a commitment to the public officers of Dominica that you will give them a 5% salary increase. Because when I come and make a promise to the people of Dominica, I must know where I'm getting the money from. So when I make a promise to you, you know that Skerrit will deliver that promise to you. Because I take my promises made to people very seriously. Very seriously. But ladies and gentlemen, I came here to speak to you for a brief moment and to extend solidarity to Cassius Darrow and to reassure you, the people of the Kalinago territory, the Salybia Constituency, that as long as I am the Prime Minister of this country, that the Kalinago people will be high on the priority list of the Labour Party. And I know some of you have been promised homes and you haven't gotten homes. But you can only get those homes with Labour. Because it's only Labour Party that's ever built homes in this constituency. Houses in this constituency. No party has built homes for you here, no government. And as a matter of fact, those of you who remember, I was here in 2003 building homes in the Carib territory. My friend, she died some years ago, Ma Vincent, she died some years ago. I came here and helped build a home for her. We built about 10 or 15 homes here in the Kalinago territory, long before the housing revolution was launched. And I had my hammer building homes for Ma Vincent, who died. May her soul rest in peace. My dear friend, I think Miss Brony's mother, come here and drink coffee in the Carib territory. And I'm saying to Ian Douglas and Blackmore that when this meeting finishes, they have to go home, but Skerrit can stay here. Skerrit can sleep in any house here in the Carib territory, from Sineku to Bataca, ladies and gentlemen, whether it's by Roof home, or whether it's by Margaret home here in Bataca, or whether it's by Reggie home in Bataca, I can sleep, ladies and gentlemen. So when Claudius Simon comes here, if he doesn't get a little lost more, his money has to go home because he can't stay here, because he doesn't love you, ladies and gentlemen. So Roosevelt Skerrit can, in fact, sleep here in almost any home in the Kalinago territory, because I am one of you. I am one of you. I am the only Prime Minister that has looked upon you in a positive way. Now, the Kalinago people can walk anywhere in Dominica with pride and speak loudly and say, I am Kalinago. I am Kalinago, because of the Dominica Labour Party. Many of you, just in the 1890s, used to be afraid to go beyond the bus stop in Roseau. I used to see you. And you recall when Edison James attacked the Taiwanese. Dominicans started attacking you, taking you for Taiwanese people, for Chinese. But because of Labour, you're walking boldly in Dominica. And when you come to a rally, people must know that the Kalinago territory is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. And you are a braver people, the Kalinago Braves, because Labour has given you reason to be proud of yourself and to be proud of your heritage. My only challenge to you, and I've always told Kelly so, is that I want to have more Kalinago names in the territory. Too many of us have American names. So we must give our children a Kalinago name and maybe a Christian name or something, but we need more Kalinago names. You know, and maybe we should change Carib Chief to the Kasik or something. To Mubutu, Obutu. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have some firm commitments to you in 2015. One of which is to build a new complex to house the Carib Chief, the Carib Council, to have a theater, to have an office for the Palrep, a post office. So any service you want in the Kalinago territory, you go to the center. We already have draft designs for this center, because the discussion started when Mr. Joseph was the chief. I came here with the architects, along with the Palrep and Cassius Darrow and Mr. Senator Hill, and we went through the site and we took the measurements, and they have presented me with a design which I will come back to present to the Carib Council for approval. And I can tell you, it is a magnificent architectural drawing, ladies and gentlemen. You will find it nowhere in any indigenous community. It is taking into consideration your own heritage, your own tradition. And I said to you, as part of our education revolution and ensuring that our children have access to technology, the first place where we shall distribute the tablets is in the Carib territory, Kalinago territory, the Salybia constituency. And I said to you, I will personally come here to present those tablets to the children, to help them with their education, to help them with the research. So with Labour, your children's future is bright. With Labour, the future of the Kalinago territory is bright. With Labour, the future of Dominica is bright and secure, ladies and gentlemen. So let us all go out. Those who have not made up their minds, you have a few hours to do that. Those who are still shouting workers, you know in your hearts and consciences that UWP is bad news for Dominica. UWP is not good for you and your family. UWP is not good for the Kalinago territory and for the Salybia constituency. You know that your future is better with Labour and safer with Labour and safer with Cassius Daru as your pal rep and Roosevelt Skerrit as your Prime Minister. So thank you, my Kalinago Braves. Thank you for the love, for the great love that you've shown to me over the last 11 years. It's a constituency I can always depend on for support. And I can go to bed knowing full well that come the night of December 8th, the first constituency before even vacants that will be called is the Kalinago territory, the Salybia constituency for Labour, ladies and gentlemen. And I will be back to celebrate with you as a plan forward for more progress and development in this beautiful country of ours. The most important people, the Kalinago Braves, the defenders of our democracy, the defenders of our territory, the defenders of our way of life. We have every reason to be grateful to you, the people. Every reason to be grateful to you. And we shall show that gratitude in tangible ways in the next 5 years as we continue the development of the Kalinago territory and the Salybia constituency. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. Let us remain calm and peaceful, ladies and gentlemen, because I do not want any one of you in any difficulty. I want every single vote on December 8th, 2014. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.